It's Father's Day, and I've had a few thoughts on my mind. I hesitate to share them because people sometimes assume an opinion is meant to apply directly to their life. I don't think that's true. Wisdom isn't something you copy and paste. It's filtered through experience. What worked for me may not work for you. Still, here goes. As a father, my wisdom is different from Sophia's. Her instincts lean toward love, care, and protection. Mine tend to lean toward independence. My role is to protect, guide, and hopefully pass along enough wisdom to help my children navigate life long after I'm gone. At 40, I'm aware that I've likely lived more years than I have left. That changes the way you think. I find myself wondering, what choices will my children make when they're no longer under my roof? What lessons will stay with them? What wisdom will they carry when I'm not there to remind them? I watch closely. I correct when necessary. I protect when needed, but maybe not in the way people expect. Sometimes I see one of my kids heading toward a mistake and I pause. Not because I don't care, because I'm asking myself a different question. Will this hurt them or will it teach them? There's a difference. A bump on the head, a poor decision, an embarrassing mistake. Those things often become better teachers than I could ever be. After all, one day I won't be there to catch them. What I hope remains is the lesson. That's part of fatherhood for me. Not controlling every outcome, preparing them for outcomes I won't be around to manage. That's why I care so much about discipline. Doing what you need to do before doing what you want to do. Learning how to think instead of being told what to think. Taking ownership of your decisions. Because if I understand how you think, I worry less about the outcome. Life is hard. Life is complicated. Bad things happen. But the outcome alone doesn't tell me much. How you arrive there tells me everything. When things go wrong, I don't immediately assume something has gone terribly wrong with life. Sometimes struggle is the lesson. Sometimes failure is the lesson. Sometimes the thing we would have removed from our path ends up changing our direction for the better. I don't pretend to understand the plan for someone else's life. I barely understand my own most days. What I do know is that every person has free will. Eventually, all of us have to choose. That's what I think about on Father's Day. Not the gifts, not the cards, not even the meal. Those things are appreciated, but they're not what stays on my mind. What stays on my mind is whether the people I love are a little wiser than they were a year ago. Have the kids learned anything from me? Has Sophia learned anything from me? Have I learned anything from them? That's what I find myself measuring. Sometimes I notice one of the kids making a better decision without my intervention. Sometimes I hear them ask a better question. Sometimes I see them navigate something that would have overwhelmed them a year ago. In those moments, I smile quietly and don't say a word. Those are the gifts I remember. And if I sit across the dinner table and the answer feels like yes, I sip my coffee and smile. If I'm unsure, I spend the day loving on my family. And if the answer feels like no, I spend some time wondering what healing, growth, or wisdom I need to focus on this year. Either way, I enjoy the moment. No matter where you are in your journey, do the best you can with what you have. Being present isn't perfection. Being present is the work. And giving your best, even when you're unsure, is sometimes the best gift you can offer the people you love. Happy Father's Day.